I forgot my microphone. Okay, let's start over. Thank you, Stephanie, for letting me know that you couldn't hear me. I forgot to put it on. So, anyway, I'll start over and say hello, welcome. I'm Lisa with Lisa Boone Designs, a DIY paint retailer. Going ahead and I'm streaming on all my Facebooks, plus the DIY paint page, and on YouTube. And we left off last week. We painted all of these home decor things. I didn't do anything, but yesterday I filled in the cracks on the mold. You refreshed and you still can't hear me? It's gosh. All right, can you guys hear me? The air, not the air, but the heat is on, and it makes a really, really loud noise. It always interferes with my phone, and so I always like to use the microphone. I'm not sure why the microphone's not working. Let me know. Well, you know, we just went back in the day. Now we can. Oh my gosh, 16 minutes, 17 minutes in. What? Oh. Technology. Okay, so let me think back to what I was saying. Hi, I'm Lisa with Lisa Moon Designs. Today on Creative Expressions, we're making these over. Oh my gosh, I swear. This is the second time that's happened to me. I've never had so many issues until I came here to this store. I've been going live for years. I've never had as many issues. I'm serious. I don't understand it. I apologize. I'm glad that you guys stuck with me though. Thank you. I appreciate it. You did a lot, girl. I know, Callie. I was working. I was doing a lot. Okay. So let me think back to what I was saying. Here's a hack for black. And I had a jar there. I probably should have grabbed it, but I usually will put a drop of black in my big top. I had a little bit of black, like an actual can of black velvet, and so I just poured top coat in there, and I had it, and I was going to grab it, and then I didn't. But it is a great way to make sure that you don't have any streaks. I don't know why that is the way that it is, but it's just something that happens when you're painting with black, dark colors across the board. And so if you just put a little bit of your top coat or a little bit of your color in your top coat, it usually does a great job. Okay, so we're going to see how it's really, really vibrant now, and I'll show you a comparison. So this is black velvet, not sealed. Oh, you can see the side, yeah. So just so you get a bigger picture. So unsealed, and this is sealed, but it's drying. So it goes through stages of different colors. Let me move my microphone. That didn't work. I'm going to put this here to let it dry. So I'm going to pick this up, and this is what I wanted to work on. So we're just working on a lot of different things. So what I was also saying was, let me know all the things. What are you doing? How's the weather? Tell me if you have any questions. I'm going to put this in the center. And see, okay, I removed this backing. Don't remove it until you're ready, because this will transfer. It will stick on anything. But I have enough wiggle room where I can sit here and do this. And the other thing that I was saying is that this is not sealed. This is paper. It is so easy to put transfers on paper. So that extends to a whole different world. You can, let me see, I'm shaking that. I'm shaking it. Let me get it away from the table. That means that you can use transfers on your paper crafts, which is so much fun, especially like this little one, the seed catalog, and even Ephemeral Melange has some smaller pieces. Like there's some like little tags and stuff. Here, one fell off. You can totally embellish your like junk journals and stuff like that. Paper crafting, happy mail, folios. Speaking of folios, I just recorded a workshop, a video tutorial. It's going to be a virtual workshop, step by step. It's an hour and a half of creating a folio. Stay tuned. I'm going to be talking about it on my Facebook page. So if it's something that you've been wanting to learn and you've been wanting to, you know, do junk journals and stuff, I'm gonna be doing a lot more. I also have a junk journal kit on my website, and I'm gonna be recording a tutorial for it that will be on my website. And then I have a group, and I kind of revamped it. I deleted everything. It was called Creative Expressions. And so everyone who does my tutorials, I'm going to invite them to my Creative Expressions Facebook group so we could have some community, because the tutorials are on my website. So that means you can do them on your own time. It's not going to be a live, but I will do lives in there, in that group, for exclusive group members. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So see how easy it is to, I didn't seal this again. This is just paper. This is decoupage paper, and I am just applying the transfer directly on here. So if you want to have a transfer on paint, especially if it's DIY paint, you have to seal it, because there's no sealer. There's too much chalk residue, and that's why, for best practice, if you want your, see that? Totally easy. If you want your transfer to stick and stand the test of time, you really should seal it. All right, so I always like to feel it with my hands to make sure that there aren't any air pockets or anything. And so I'm gonna go ahead and burnish it really well. These apply great and stay well, or stay attached well, when you apply a lot of pressure, because that's what makes them and sets them apart. So I just use the back of the transfer sheet, and so that'll be so cute. So let me know in the comments, what do you think? Should I paint this vintage linen, or should I paint it black velvet? And of course I'll do the back as well. And this is really cute. So the thing that, oh, there's a little bit of paper here. See, that came off? Oh, I applied this, and how I got a nice clean edge is I did do that off camera the other day. I just used my sanding sponge and sanded all the edges, and it comes right off and gives you that nice clean edge. So we're going to put this one to the side, and then work on the other ones. Let's see. Which one do we want to work on? You guys have any questions? I love questions. I hate that. 17 minutes. I can't believe that I was not on. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and seal these, and I'm going to use wax. Okay. I decided to grab this little pointed brush. I think it's called the Perfectionist. This is the DIY paintbrush. And I really like using wax on them. I have another one. So I have hardly anything. But okay, you see right there, all of that? That could go to waste so easily. But this little brush, I'm going to go ahead and get it all in there. And I'm going to start waxing. And the reason I grabbed this one is because there's so many grooves in here. And I really want, let me see. I need to hold it that way. See how you can see this is up here is still dry. So even with the wax, it becomes wet. I like waxing with these brushes because it doesn't distress, and they're so soft. They're really like a makeup brush. They're so soft. It allows you to wax really well without distressing, because even though you're waxing it, you can distress it. And see all of these little things I'm just getting all in those nooks and crannies. So if you're heavy-handed and you use a really hard bristled brush to wax, you can distress it, which might be good. It might be fine to do that. I've done that before on purpose. Like as I'm doing it, it just helps to eliminate the dust, like if you sand. So sometimes I like to wet distress, or I'll just rub really hard in certain places and it'll come off a little bit as you're waxing. You can also, and I've done this before, I've actually hit it with a sanding sponge after I have waxed it, like the first coat, and it helps you to distress it without all of the dust. I used to do that all the time, and I do it only occasionally now. All right, so I don't know if this is perfect, but I'm going to put this to the side. We're going to let that sit there. And then I'm going to wax this one. I'm going to add some gold. I'm going to add maybe so a little bit of that bronzy color that's called rust. I don't know why it's called rust, but we will see. Maybe it changes color. I don't remember if I've ever used it, but I bought it a while ago. You definitely, if you're waxing and you're going to be using a colored wax, you want to make sure that you seal this all up so that you have control. And so you want to clear wax it first. It goes by super fast. I have the big fat one of the DIY paintbrush. I don't remember the name of it. But that one, I have it for wax, and I really, really just love to wax furniture with it. I hadn't been waxing as I used to. I used to always wax. But here, since I've moved here, I've been working like really fast, and so I've been using top coats. So here we go. And I only did 2 coats of the whites, and one of them, like I said, was really dark and the other was not as dark. So as it is drying, it gets a little bit translucent. Don't worry about it, just let it dry, leave it alone, and it will work itself out. All right, let me put this here. All right, let's look at this one. I want to add that transfer. All right, so now remember, this was solid black. So that's the black, and we added dark and decrepit to give it that rich color. And I didn't cover all of the grapes. Let me see if you can see a little bit. There's a little bit of black that's poking through because I didn't put dark and decrepit all over. Now, in order to add a transfer, this has to be completely dry. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this with the heat gun very quickly, where I'm going to be applying the transfer. You want to be careful with the top coats because it could bubble. So don't keep it in one place. Move your heat gun or your hair dryer. It's better if you use a hair dryer and take your time. Or really the best scenario is just to let it dry naturally. But we're going to do this because we're doing the live. And in order to get that transfer on here, it has to be dry and it cannot be damp at all. I'm not sure, that might have done well. The liquid patina I find works the best when I'm doing a live because it has a little bit of grit to it. Some people say if they live in a very humid place, they don't like to use liquid patina because it stays tacky. But what I always suggest is use the liquid patina anyway to seal your piece, add your transfer, and then seal it with Big Top, or you can seal it with wax so that this way you don't have that stickiness. I've asked a few people to try that and report back, but I haven't heard back. I'm so sorry. All right. So we're going to add... That's weird. Okay, we're going to add this one. Hopefully, it's dry enough. Let's see. So I always like to just burnish down all over, like just long strokes like this whenever I do, even if I do furniture. And then, y'all, and then I pick it up and see how easy. If something doesn't stick, just put it back down, like right here. See, it's kind of ripping. Just put it back down and just go over it again. You don't have to press down very hard. If you feel like you are, let me see, there we go. just don't. Just ease up a little bit. Okay, a little bit of, because this is still new, a little bit of the paint came up. You could put a little bit of glue and get that back down. I'm not going to worry about it. I am going to, I didn't burnish it. I like the way that that looks. Okay. So now all we have to do is seal it with a word here would be really nice, but I don't know that I have anything. Let me look and see if there's anything here. I can always add something later. All right, let's see what we have. If there's any kind of text. I don't think that there is on these. You could also use any of the IOD stamps and stamp a word. Oh, this is Northern Grown. It's in brown. I don't know that I like that. I needed to get these done, so I'm so glad that I had these here. That I was able to do this today. Not that I had them here, because I had them sitting here all week. I just didn't do anything with them. It says greenhouse, maze, in red, no. Oh, that would have been good if I would have put that first. Just got a text message. Usually oh, it's my daughter. I was gonna say, it's on Do Not Disturb. Let me see. Maybe. Just to add a little bit of, let's see how we like that. If I would have planned it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Should I add this text here that says Northern Grown? I can add it right here to get the full word. Northern Grown. Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think? I'm not seeing comments, so I'm going to wait to see if there's a delay. Let me see if I can jump on my page and make sure that everything is working, because of the way that we've been going today. I'm not seeing comments on my page. Okay. It's showing people are watching. Can you guys just confirm? I mean, I hear it here, so. All right. What do you guys think? Should I add the text? Yes or no? I'll wait to hear from you. Okay. So I think that this candle holder, I'm going to see if I can add some text just to give it some interest, because it's kind of plain Jane. And so I can cut this up kind of, maybe not. No, I don't think so. I don't like the way that looks. I'll just save that for something else. Oh, good. I'm watching. I'm in the shower, so I cannot comment, but I'm learning. Listen, I get it. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Let's just seal this up. I think I want to add definitely some of the gold pigment on here, because this is kind of a little, you know, just a little boring. That's what I was thinking about adding. Let me see if there's a little transfer, actually, that maybe I can add in the center. I didn't think about that. Oh, yeah, there's these little, let's see what matches. There's that little round, but that's like really dark green, but that might be my only option. It might be okay. Let me see. I love these little options, like I said, because especially for paper crafting, I really love. I think this is really similar in color. Let's see what it looks like and see if we like it. And again, this one is Ephemeral Melange. And I say that, but I don't even know if I have any on my website. Yeah, look at that. I'm just going to center this. Oh, I didn't seal it. But you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it just to show you. This has been sitting here for a few days. Now, Debbie Beard, she does it all the time, and she lets it sit overnight. Let's test it out. I mean, this is something small. I could always paint over it. So if you let it sit, she says, she swears by this. She does furniture this way. But I always find that it's really chalky. So let's see. It's doing it. Oh, look at that. But will it last the test of time? I don't know, but it worked. So I'm going to really, really burnish this one down. I do recommend sealing it first, though. That is my recommendation. All right, let's get this sealed. You do not want any air pockets before you seal it. And honestly, my preference is to seal it first. Like if you want to wax something and not wax it after you seal it with top coat, just in case. That's what I do. I have done it in the past where I sealed something directly. I sealed a transfer directly with wax. I don't know. I've sold everything so that I used to do in the past because the sisters say the sisters say that you can use a water-based wax directly onto the transfer. And, you know, they've done their research. They have tested it. I just feel like sometimes I've seen where I've done a few smalls and I wonder, like, is that really going to stay? Like, it's giving me a little bit of trouble, like after maybe a week or so. So I don't know. So now I just always seal it first with, oh, there's my friend, with a liquid top coat and then put wax if that's what I'm wanting to do. Just because I want it to be durable. I don't want it coming off of somebody. He's so sweet. I mean, he walks his dog every day at this time. It's so funny. I am not that regimented, although I am trying to be. I'm trying to be better. Okay, so here we go. Now see, okay, I shouldn't have probably done that, but see how it's discoloring? It's because it's starting to dry already, believe it or not. So I'm going to let that sit there. I don't think I need... Okay, I'm going to put my brush in. I have a cup of water, and I always like to put my brush in there. So, I didn't hear back from this, so I don't know. Oh, you know what I should have done? I could have done is sealed this critter. Let's do that. I'm going to seal it. I still need to know what y'all think about the sides of this. Should I paint it black or should I paint it white? And then also, I know I have to fix this. So this little corner came up. I'm just going to go ahead and seal it up. And I distressed it when I removed the paper on the sides, and I want some of that wood showing, so I'm sealing it up. I'm sealing my corners because I want the wood to show. And then I'm going to paint it. Now when you apply your top coat and seal up your transfer or your decoupage paper, I'm trying to see, always look at it at an angle because then you can see where you missed. Your paper's going to wrinkle. I should have showed it before I started. Your paper's going to wrinkle a little bit. You can see a little bit of wrinkle spots. That's because you've wet it. This was perfectly straight. There were no wrinkles. There's some wrinkles here on the top. There we go. When this dries, it's going to even itself out. And so I am not worried about wrinkles. You could use the iron-on method. I have different tutorials showing that. But you just end up using a lot more product. So why do that? That's my thinking. All right, I'm going to put all these extras there. I'm going to let that dry. golden rule. I'm going to use the golden rule because I've already waxed this. I like to use my finger, and I'm just going to start rubbing it on the tops of certain sections. Oh, you can't even see. All right, let's see. See, I'm going to just... What can you see? There we go. I'm just going to hit it. I'm going to hit it a little bit on the head. The beak. And see how you can see the details a little bit more because I'm highlighting them. So I'm going to go around all of the flowers. You could use a brush. I like to use my fingers because DIY paint is non-toxic. There's no issue at all. There's nothing in it. Even, on these waxes, they're all natural. They're amazing. So we're just going to highlight this. Some areas I'm going to put a little bit more, and some areas I'm going to put a little bit less. Guys, if you're not following me on my business page, please follow me, Lisa Boone Designs. You can go on my website, lisaboondesigns.com, to get the products. If you have any questions, you can ask. I also have gift cards, digital gift cards available on my website. I do have a tab in the menu about that. So I've got decoupage papers, I've got paint, different paint, all the waxes, different mediums, different texture and gesso and all kinds of stuff, paper kits. I've got a journal kit right now that I created. I have some paper kits, and it's constantly changing. I've got different types of decoupage paper. Okay, so here we go. What do you guys think? So cool, right? Looks so much better. All right, let's go ahead and embellish this one. So they could be sisters. Again, you can use a brush. Now, this particular thing had bleed through. I didn't fix the bleed through. I knew I was going to be adding stuff to it. I wasn't exactly sure if I was going to add a little bit of black wax. Hey, Jill, you need to come over here and get your thing that you never got. I was just thinking about that the other day. I have it at the window that you won. The little ornament. So thank you for watching. So I'm just adding this. So of course, all of this stuff is for sale. And if you're watching, I can ship this to you if you're interested in these. I haven't put them on my website yet, but I probably will here when they're done. Take pictures of them and post them. But if you want to claim them before I do, let me know. I could always send you an invoice. All of the home decor here can be shipped. Definitely. All right. I'm going to put a little bit more gold on the beak of this one and the little feet. I'm going to need a little bit more gold here. I love adding the gold highlights. So DIY Paint also has golden ticket, which I used to use all the time. Hey, Shannon, how are you? And yeah, I was live for like 17 minutes with no sound. Yeah, I did that somehow. Technology today. All right, so we painted this. Let's recap where we're at. We started these last week. Painted them in black velvet. Added the molds. I added the caulk, the paintable caulking to fill in some big gaps, and then I touched it up with some black paint. So this morning we sealed this instead of, you can forgot, yeah, come on down. 105 Dempsey Street. I'm here till 4. Yeah, oops. So then I sealed this instead of with my normal liquid patina that I normally would before I would add a transfer. I used liquid patina but dark and decrepit. It gives the black a little bit of a richness. So I sealed it with that. I left a little bit of black spots open on the grapes. So what I want to do is I want to add some, I want to make sure I don't get gold on my, I found gold on one of my scarves, like my long scarves. So anyway, I did ask, but I didn't get any comments. Should I add this Northern Grown text right here? I feel like it needs a little something else. What do you guys think? Let me know. All right. And then we have this drying. We did this, we left this black. I didn't add the dark and decrepit. I sealed it with liquid patina. And so I mean, just looking at it here, I just love that I added those grapes. I had never used that grapes mold. I was still new in the package, but I never found anything that I liked to use it with, but I love this tray with the molds on there. So we have to finish sealing that up. We're going to add some gold on it as well. So I've got this. I want to look at this. I forgot you can seal with dark and decrepit. Yeah, you can seal like small things with dark and decrepit. It's amazing. I love to use it, and it just, see how that black just makes it rich. I agree. It needs a little something else, Stephanie said. Thank you, Stephanie. I'm so glad you're still with me. All right, so let's go ahead and add this. And I think maybe those brown tones will work. So I'm going to just face it towards me so I can line this up. I'm going to put this in the nook right there. You use your grid lines to line it up. Make sure that it's straight. I just use my nail. It's coming right up. If I don't have a stick, that's usually what I do. You can use anything, but you know, this burnishing stick comes in every packet of transfer. So, you know, keep them all because I always find a different use for them. But if I can't find one, I use my nail. All right. But yeah, liquid patina is great when you're doing something fast. And I just like it for as far as transfers go. And then I'm going to add the grown kind of right in here. I just cut it. I'm going to do it. I'm using my, because it's a curvy text, so I'm using my grid line to line it up with the other text up here. Let me show you. Has anyone been successful in making the lizard with clay? I'm using cornstarch, maybe not enough. Well, and if you use too much cornstarch, Stephanie, the problem is that it will keep popping up. Those little dainty things, I mean, you can do it. Here's the thing. Here's what you need to do if you're going to use the clay. Put it in there and put it in the freezer for a few minutes or longer. And then take out, once it's set and it starts freezing a little bit, then bring it out and you can let it thaw a little bit and pop it out. It comes right off. So that's the only way. Juliet is really, really dainty. All of those dainty molds, if you want to use clay, go ahead and throw it in the freezer. And you don't have to use the cornstarch if you're putting it in the freezer, but it comes right up. Okay. I'm glad that we did that. It needed a little pop. That gave it a little pop. So, of course, we're going to seal the transfer with liquid patina. This is not for use. This is home decor. If you want a little bit more sheen, the liquid patina dries like the wax. It gives you that same finish. If you want a little bit more sheen, use Big Top. And it would make it so that it would be a little bit more wipeable. So, okay, let's add, I forgot about the freezes trick. Okay, good. Let's, I'm dropping little things everywhere. All right, I want to use a little bit of this. There's some on the top. So there's like a little lid there. I don't want to pour out too much. I am also going to use a little bit of this Posh Chalk. This is pale gold. It's my go-to. I love it. There's all kinds of colors. I have them on my website. That was too much. That's okay. I'll use it on the other one too. I'll use it on this also. We're going to add some gold. So we add a little transfer on this one with Apothecary. Yeah, she said much better. Thank you so much. When we're totally done and it's sealed, wax should always be the last thing. So we clear wax these little birds. I added the wax right to it. Everything else so far I've sealed with liquid patina. And if you're going to add any more patinas or anything like that, wait and add your wax last. So this is, oh man, this is going to be the same thing. This one is really hard. Okay, is this... Okay. Sorry in advance. One more time. 11:58. I'm making this extra distressed. There we go. All right. This pale gold, the Posh Chalk stuff, my go-to. Like, I love this stuff. I use it all the time. You can make it really sheer, and you can make it really dense and rich and gold, silver, copper. There's all kind of pigment colors. Use either Posh Chalk's infuser, which is a great product, but I always use DIY Paints Big Top because it's clear. Can you give me your explanation of the difference between liquid patina and Big Top? Absolutely, I can. That's a great question. All right, my friend. Big Top is a top coat. It's meant to be a top coat. It is very durable. Now, I can decoupage with it, and I can do all kinds of things with it as well. And I can tint this if I want to. Liquid patina is for decoupaging. It has a little bit of sealer in it, so you can seal with it, but I only recommend, yeah. Oh yeah, don't forget to hit the like button, y'all. Woohoo, Stephanie, yeah. Thank you. Liquid patina, you can do image transfers, you can do decoupaging, and you can seal, but it's not completely durable. I would seal a home decor with it and be fine, or something a wall art that's hanging on the wall, but I would not seal furniture with it. It's not durable. You're not gonna be able to wipe it. You're not gonna be able to do all kinds of stuff on it and it be okay. So this is a heavy duty, durable top coat. Hope that helped. Okay, so you know what stinks is I don't have a spoon, and I'm gonna have to use this water. I use tap water to clean my brush, and I hate putting, I use the stuff a lot, but I hate using it in my product because it makes it go bad. So I'm just going to pour. Do you see how it's beating up? Do you see that? I love this stuff. You can add as little or as much, like I said. If you add a lot to it, I'm going to put, now that powder is really for, like, you put it on top of wax, but I'm going to test this. I'm going to test this out. I'm going to close this up, and I really, really need another brush. All right, I'm going to do this first. Do you see that? I love this. Oh my God. It's like, well, it is liquid gold. Can you see how beautiful? Like, hold on. I don't want to drip it. Can you see? Let me put it up against my black. There. I just got gold pigment and the pigment fix. Can't wait to try it. When you're mixing it, it looks like, yes, like melting gold. That's what I'm saying. Liquid gold, like it really does. Like it is so awesome. All right. I have so much on here. I want to add some gold on here. So I'm going to, I don't know if I want to do a lot or a little bit. I'm going to do the brim because I know I have a lot on here. I always like to do short little strokes. It literally looks like melted gold, yes. I mean, it is so awesome. I'm just putting this on here. I have way too much, so now I'm gonna have to find some things to put this gold because I hate when it goes to waste. Now, look at how, like, drama, like, woohoo! So cool, Stephanie said. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use the side of my brush. Now, we sealed this with liquid patina. So, you know, I'm gonna see if I can hold this where I'm not trying to do like crazy gold on the sides. I'm just like swiping it on. So it gives you the ability to add like, I should have held it like that. Yeah, duh. Like, see, a little bit of sheer. Thank you. And then the gold. She said beautiful. Thank you. So this is a nice flat brush, and it helps you to get some better detail, and I like using these. This is just a cheap little brush, but it helps because I want it to look good on here, but I also want it to look like it's a little bit worn. Like, what came first, the paint or the gold, you know? I just love adding gold to things. And this really takes it up, right? So this is also available. And you don't have to seal this because, again, we use Big Top on here. Make sure you wash your brush, though, immediately. Don't let it sit. So now I use liquid patina on the top. So I would probably, if you're going to be putting candles, you're going to be doing all kinds of stuff, go ahead and luscious. Yeah. Go ahead and put Big Top, at least in the center. All right, I'm gonna see why my hair keeps sticking to my gloss. It's like aggravating. It's 12 o'clock, y'all. It's 12 o'clock. I'm gonna look. This is that pigment. I need a little bit more. I think a little bit more pigment because when you can see the Big Top, the cloudiness of the Big Top, you might need a little bit more pigment to it. So I'm going to add a little bit more. But you might want a sheer. So, but if you want a opaque color, add more, okay? So I'm going to show you this. I'm just going to take my brush. I'm going to do the same. See, I left some of that black. I left, and then we have the brown, and then we have the brownie color in here, so that was good. But when this dries, I'm going to add some gold to add some dimension, and then we're definitely going to add gold to the leaves. So I'm going to use my flat brush, and then it's only going to pick up on the highlights. And then I made my mold go all the way around, so we're going to add some gold. That looks so cool! Oh! That looks so cool. What do you guys think? I'm going to keep working on this. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sign off here, and I'm going to go back on just my page. Join me so that I can finish this. It helps me to get things done when I do it on a live, and then especially when I have friends to join me. So thank you guys for watching. LisaBoonDesigns.com for all of the products. Let me know if you have any questions. Please go ahead and like my pages and stuff. Follow and do all the things, the sprinkling. That really helps me a lot. And also, I would love to get your email. So sign up for my emails on my website, okay? LisaBoonDesigns.com. I'm going to come on my page here in a minute. Thank you, Stephanie. It really does.